This is what happens when a mentally ill sociopath is living in the White House. Check it out. Leave your comments, ding the bell, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. It's like, this is what happens when you have a mentally ill fascist in the White House. I don't know how to say it beyond that. And I think we just need to, very, very bluntly lay this out and say this is exactly what's going on. Mayor in Allentown, Pennsylvania. Hey, Mayor, what's on your mind today?
Hi, Tom. Well,
Hey,
yeah, your rant yesterday was absolutely warranted. Nothing to apologize about. I think I saw some voter suppression in action on the bus in Allentown. It was a bus that was mostly people of color. I think everybody was a person of color except for me. And this young black man comes on the bus, and he's out of nowhere. It's a complete non sequitur. He starts screaming about how he could never vote for Joe Biden. And then at the end he goes, "Oh, I'll vote for Trump." And people were just, they were gnashing their teeth. And then he gets out of the bus. He was only there for like one stop. Very suspicious. Yeah. I think this is like when he came down the elevator and he had the paid clacks there to clap for him. I think this is a similar situation. And I don't know if you've heard of any of this going on, but I wanted to alert people that if they see this, report it to some reporter or somewhere where we can keep track of it.
Yeah, or it could have just been, somebody who was mentally ill and was trying to get attention. A variation on the guy who walks down the street talking to himself.
No, he didn't strike me as mentally ill. He had the sharply focused eyes, like he knew what he was doing. That's what makes me suspicious. Yeah, I think that this is
those actors. The actors that Trump had hired to be there when he came down the elevator to announce his candidacy were paid $50 an hour. And I'm guessing that they could get people to do what you just described for a lot less than $50 an hour. That is concerning. Mayor, thanks for the heads up and the warning. Rennie in Reno, Nevada. Hey, Rennie, what's up?
Hey, Tom, I have your bumper sticker in my front window so nobody steals it off my car. The one I vote, I'm voting. Yeah.
Yeah.
So listen, my mother is has a very sharp mind and a very old body. She kept falling, so she has now residing in a nursing home. So I called her and said, "Mom, we have to make sure that you can register to vote," because she's a Trump supporter. I called the registrar's office in her county. They sent her the information, and I'm going to check to see if she's registered to vote. But how about all the people that are intellectually disabled in nursing homes that may have dementia or are physically incapacitated, but they're of legal age to vote? I'm concerned that we might have people that are slanting their own opinions with people that are vulnerable. What's your opinion?
Yeah. There was an interesting story about this morning. I'm pretty sure I saw it either on Raw Story or dailycoast.com. And it was about how several states have laws against people who work in nursing homes helping their charges fill out their ballots. And the reason why is that they don't want people to be able to basically vote by proxy through an elderly person. Somebody working in a nursing home, might be able to help cast 4 or 5 ballots or even more, and they don't want that to happen. When I first read it, I thought, okay, is this voter suppression? But the more I think of it, I think that that's probably a fairly reasonable thing. Rennie, I don't know where to go with that beyond that. I think it's an issue that probably needs to be discussed. Thank you for the call. Lynn, and say hi to your mom for me. Lynn in Chicago. Hey, Lynn, what's up?
Hey, I just wanted to say quick, I don't blame you for losing it. I couldn't even put a show together like this. Sometimes I have to turn it off. So the thing that I wanted to talk about was, I work for 2 small business owners. They both got the Paycheck Protection loans. They used 40% of it on what they were supposed to. They can convert the balance of it to a 1% loan and do whatever they want with it. One just bought a $70,000 truck. You know, their businesses are back where they are, and I'm not saying everybody's in this situation. There's obviously people who really, really needed this to get back on their feet. You know, I'm paying 2-parent plus loans. They're on deferment right now, but they're still at 7.65% interest. I don't have the option to convert it into a 1% loan for 5 years to pay back. You know, are they ever going to do something to help with these college loan interest rates? I'm not saying I want it for free. I'm not about free education. I'm about let's have a 1% or 2% loan so some of us can get ahead of this.
Yeah, and the Fed has passed out $7 trillion to billionaires and giant corporations.
I know.
And for about $1 trillion, they could take over all the student loans in the United States. I think it's maybe $1.5 trillion now. Take over all those student loans and convert them to 1% or 0% for that matter.
I know. I said to my boss, hey, why don't you convert that to a 1% and give it to me to pay off some of my loan? I mean, the business, I get it. Business need help too, but a lot of students need some kind of break.
Yeah. And the Democrats are talking about this, and they have proposed legislation to do this, but it has not gone anywhere in the United States Senate. In fact, they passed legislation to forgive a lot of student loans and reduce interest rates on the rest of them. And again, Mitch McConnell is won't have anything to do with it. So the key here, Lynn, if you're concerned about your student loans, is to not only make sure that you're registered to vote there in Chicago, but that everybody
believe me, I'm writing postcards to Wisconsin. I mean, everybody has to be active.
This is the only thing we can do. I mean, we just have to do this.